Gotta get the timer. You just gotta try and shove them all in your mouth all at once.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, try not to make a mess. You gotta try and get most of the cracker.
There's gonna be a mess happening in here.
You gotta try and get most of the cracker in your mouth, don't you? And then crumbs everywhere.
Don't listen to him. Do what you want. I like this guy.
Alright, you guys ready?
No.
I'm waiting on Drew. Okay. Ready? Go.
You suck at this, Jake. What's that?
Crackers. Half a minute.
Can I drink a drink?
Nope, you can't drink. 10 seconds. Time.
I'm done.
Alright, Drew got it, Jake. Craig, did you get done?
Yeah, really not done. Yeah.
Nope. No, nothing for Craig.
It
Drew got it right at the buzzer.
It's like eating fucking sand.
It can be done.
It can
I don't think 6 at once is the
best.
correct way. What'd you do? 3?
3 at a time, yeah.
3 at a time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6
I'll
just
tell you-
soaks up every ounce of saliva you have.
I tried to eat it like a sandwich by corners. It doesn't work.
It's tough. It's very tough.
Holy shit.
I told you eventually you get to a point where it just like nothing is in your mouth anymore, but
It's like chewing on styrofoam.
Well, why do you try it?
I already done it before and they made fun of me for it. I said I couldn't do it. I probably could.
What episode was that on?
Last episode.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I said it last episode.
You said that you did it. You didn't actually do it, though.
I didn't actually do it. But I had
Thank
said,
you.
I had said I had done it before.
I never heard Ty's mouth sound like he was
Now the
eating
hard-boiled egg
styrofoam.
competition.
Oh, fuck me.
Yes, 50 of them.
Oh, welcome to TJD Movie Reviews, episode 16. We watched Mortal Kombat.
I'm Ty,
Jake.
And I'm Drew.
and this week we had a guest watch it with us and taking part in the podcast.
Craig,
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Craig.
happy to be here.
Yeah, this week was Mortal Kombat. My choice, Ty here. Thank you. I'm bowing.
You aren't bowing. Don't lie to the fucking listeners.
They can't see me, Jake.
Listener.
Listener, excuse me.
We love you, man.
Talk about Mortal Kombat, fuck.
Mortal Kombat came out in 1995, based off the hit Sega video game. This one's supposed to take place during Mortal Kombat 2, because you see some of the characters that don't show up till 2. Because the original had only 7 playable characters.
Who didn't show up till 2?
Reptile didn't show up till 2.
No, Reptile was in the first game.
You couldn't play as Reptile.
No, you couldn't. But you could fight
Yeah.
against him.
How did you fight against him?
It was an unlockable
Yeah,
thing.
you had to fight in the pit, and you had to get, I think it was like 2 flawless victories in the pit, and then you had to finish the person by knocking them, you have to do an uppercut, and they had to fall into the pit and die. Like,
Okay.
during like a full moon.
And then he jumps out or some shit?
And then you fight him.
Yeah. Jax shows up in a cameo, but he's not. He
does
doesn't
literally
fight.
nothing.
Yeah.
What year is this?
1995.
Wow. Same year as the movie. What year was the game then?
Oh, 94, 95, probably around the same time.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's all one little.
I'm not sure. I didn't look up when the game came out. 5.8 on IMDb, 58% Metacritic, which about 50%. So, 33% on Rotten Tomato, 58% user review. Wow, 58. But yeah,
Very average.
$18 million budget, made 122. And looking at this film, I don't know where they spent the $18 million, because everything looks like crap.
Well, you talked about the sets looking like shit. I don't think they look like shit. I just think the sets weren't big enough because they used shitty green screen. When, like, I thought the banquet hall and shit, I thought the Goro fight, like, I think it looks okay.
I think the money, a lot of the money they did spend on the sets, because you look at movies like Super Mario Brothers that had, what was it, $100 million budget or something like that?
45.
Okay, $45 million budget. That movie was all sets. And they spent a shit ton of money on that shit, because they did not spend it on special effects, really all that much.
High quality chicken skin.
Yeah.
We don't
Heard about that.
Now, you, Craig, you are a fan of movies such as Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Star Trek, etc.
Put words in my mouth.
Am I wrong?
No. I heard you're not such a fan of Lord of the Rings.
No. But, what do you think? Did you see $18 million budget here?
Well, I don't know how the millions go all the time, but I thought they could have spent another $1 or $2 on lighting.
Lighting?
Yeah.
$1 or $2.
I'm sorry, but
they need to get fluorescent.
we moved beyond candles. You can have candles, but at least show up what's going on in the scene.
Some of the actors in this, Robin Shaw, who as Liu Kang, who appeared.
Beautiful Paula Abdul hair.
Yep. The only other 2 movies of note he ever appeared in: Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley,
Nice.
and Death Race with Jason Statham.
He was in Death Race?
He was $47K.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he still have that same fucking weird haircut?
No, he was bald.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he actually bald?
I don't know if he actually shaved his head or it was
okay.
a bald cap, but yeah, he's bald in the movie.
I don't think I can see him without that Liu Kang haircut.
It would be sad.
Bridget
Shang Tsung
Bridget
without
Wilson.
his hair.
Bridget Wilson plays Sonya Blade. She was in Billy Madison,
That Veronica Vaughn.
Yeah.
and besides that, I don't know.
She wasn't that attractive.
She was also a
In
pop
this one.
star.
She was a pop star.
Yeah, she has her own pop albums. Bet you
They're
didn't know that.
Great.
They're fucking terrible.
They're fucking awful.
I'd just watch her in Billy Madison.
That's all you need to watch her in.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, she was in a movie I don't mind with French Stewart of all people.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really saying something.
Inspector Gadget 2?
No.
No.
No, it's called Love Hurts or Love Stinks or something fucking
Something
stupid.
about love.
Yeah. Very
Then,
entertaining.
then you had Christopher Lambert, who was Raiden, and known for Highlander, and also was in Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance that we did not too long ago.
This was his impression of Yoda in this movie.
If you think about it, he is kind of a Yoda figure.
Thank you.
Because he's giving them hints at what to do, and in Empires, Yoda kind of does the same thing to Luke. He's
And
like,
kind of sounding like he's an old man.
Or just to get to the point, old man.
this, then, anybody else of note? I don't think so, actor-wise. Goro as Goro.
Goro as Goro.
Goro, the horrible animatronic puppet, as Goro, the fighter. Then,
Shang Tsung's famous. He was
Yeah.
a bad guy in a lot of 90s martial arts movies, but I don't know his name off
I
the
don't
top
know
of
his
my head.
name. There were some better casting choices that were supposed to be in this. Cameron Diaz was approached for Sonya.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that being better.
I don't think it was better.
I think she had just had The Mask come out, or it was coming out soon, and
That was peak Cameron Diaz
Yeah,
time.
that was peak. Like, nothing will top that.
I don't know if the budget allowed for that either.
she was young yet. I think it would have allowed for it.
Yeah.
Dude, Bridget Wilson was in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh yeah, she was Sarah Michelle Gellar's sister.
And she was also in that remake, A House on Haunted Hill. In with Allie Larder? Was that
Pencils
Allie Larder
in the
was in
neck.
that, wasn't she?
Yep. Tay Diggs.
Yeah, Tay Diggs, yep.
Brandon Lee and Van Damme were both looked at for Johnny Cage, but Van Damme turned it down so he could do Street Fighter.
Smart move?
No.
Terrible.
maybe.
No.
Terrible move.
Street
Yeah,
Fighter
but-
is so bad.
Put Van Damme in this,
Would have been a good move.
it would have been a good move.
I
As-
think so.
As Liu Kang?
No, at Johnny Cage. I wrote that down when I told you guys that earlier.
I guess that wouldn't be terrible, except for the fact that he's not American. And Johnny Cage is an American, like,
Well, he played Guile, and
martial
he's
arts.
not fucking whatever Van Damme is.
Van
French.
Damme is French, yeah.
Guile's not French.
No, he's not. He's American.
Now, this is the second video game movie we did. First being
Super
Super
Mario
Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers.
There were two other video game films released between Super Mario Brothers and Mortal Kombat. Can you guys think of them?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter was one.
Give us a second.
Oh, boy.
It was an NES game.
Doesn't help.
Two brothers,
Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
Oh, God.
Nope.
What a piece of shit that was, too.
Yes.
Did you watch the movie?
Oh, it's bad.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Who was in Double Dragon?
The guy who was T-1000.
Really?
Yeah. He played
like, best movie ever!
He played the bad guy, and he looked like Vanilla Ice, talked like Vanilla Ice, dressed like Vanilla Ice.
Was Vanilla Ice?
Pretty much.
Rob Van Winkle was in this movie.
Oh, man.
Okay, let's go into the synopsis of what is Mortal Kombat.
Please.
Yeah.
God, take it
Good
away.
luck. I'm going to study you very closely as you do this.
So, Mortal Kombat itself is a battle between realms.
A tournament.
A tournament. Whereas there's Earthrealm, and then there's Outworld. Those are the two main ones. There are several other ones we discovered, like Chaos Realm and Netherrealm, and a couple others that house people, but those are the two main ones. If Outworld wins 10 tournaments in a row, they get to invade Earthrealm.
When did they say that in this movie?
They say at the very beginning.
Mhm.
Raiden talks about
They
it.
threw those numbers out?
Yes.
Yes. Raiden says that this would be the 10th time they win. If they,
Yeah, they've won 9 straight.
yep,
So you have to win 10 in a row.
Yes.
to be able to then invade. Earthrealm doesn't want Outworld. Outworld's a piece of shit. It's kind of like the Mushroom Kingdom in Super Mario Brothers. It just looks like crap.
Actually, I think Outworld is worse than that.
Yeah. They don't have bumper cars.
It looks like Detroit.
Because they have
Modern
fossil
day
fuels.
Detroit.
Yeah.
And
So then you have Liu Kang is approached to take part in the fight, and he wants to because his brother was killed in the last tournament.
By
Chan
Shang
chose his
Tsung.
own path.
Yeah, Chan chose his own path. Then you
Ooh.
have Johnny Cage, who is tricked into joining the tournament by Shang Tsung. Johnny Cage is an American actor. I guess you could kind of say like a Chuck Norris with a bigger ego.
He's a martial artist.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people think he's a fake. Then you have Sonya Blade, who joins. She's also tricked by Kano. Kano murders her partner. She tried chasing down Kano, gets tricked into going onto this rickety old boat in Hong Kong, and ends up at the tournament. Then you also have Scorpion and Sub-Zero, who are a part of it, but they are on the other side. They're on Outworld's side. The whole thing is, though, you have all these mortals. There's more than just those three. There's a bunch of others. But you have a bunch of Earthrealmers versus a bunch of Outworld. Winners get to face off with Shang Tsung, which then leads to the final climactic battle for control of the realms. Does that describe it well enough?
That'll
You
do.
also have Christopher Lambert as Raiden, who's a god of lightning and thunder, but he serves to protect Earthrealm, and he kind of is the Yoda / teacher to the Earthrealm people.
Yoda.
Anything else you guys like to add to that?
That's pretty much it.
You kind of didn't really describe the ship very well. This amazing ship comes out of the fog. And
Sure.
looks like
Old as fuck.
Old as
freaking-
fuck. You're starting to sound like me, Craig. We don't have to go into every detail.
Oh, sorry,
What was
the-
the model of the
The
ship?
garbage truck that had the...
It looked like a garbage truck with sails on it.
Whose bike is this?
It did have some nice fog accompaniment.
You also failed to mention Katana
my
or
bad.
Million-year-old pussy.
10,000-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Give her a break.
Jeez.
or Reptile.
Oh,
I
sorry, I forgot
that was
Reptile.
almost really hurtful.
And Goro. We mentioned Goro before.
Yes.
But Goro's on Outworld's side. Kano's on Outworld's side. Even though he's from Earthrealm, he's working for Shang Tsung. Katana is a 10,000-year-old princess of Outworld, so I don't know her relationship with Shang Tsung.
They're not related. They said when her realm lost 10 Mortal Kombat tournaments, that Emperor Shao Kahn invaded their realm, killed her parents, and adopted her as his own daughter.
I missed
Against
that.
her will.
Usually, yeah.
Usually
when you're
adoption
invaded.
is against your will.
She wasn't
Well,
so happy.
My adoption agency, which is an unmarked van down the street.
Offering candy.
How did you pass that screening process?
Charismatic.
Uh,
I'm all about loving and caring. You're
I
wearing a
love
necklace
kids.
of human ears.
but yeah, that you have some pretty nice fight scenes in this film.
Do you? Do you really, though?
Terrible
Let's
graphics.
talk about that.
Okay.
What are the really nice fight scenes?
All right, let's start with the best one we thought there was, which
Okay.
was the Scorpion Johnny Cage fight.
It's a nice
Alright.
fight. I will give you that.
Okay, so what happens here is I think they've each had a battle so far. Well, no, this was Johnny Cage's first, wasn't it?
Yes.
He was about to fight, but he
Yeah.
didn't actually have to do it.
Well, they had that minor bullshit where they fought, like,
Raiden
tussle
jumped
with those-
yeah, random masked,
Minions.
whatever.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't matter.
but yeah, then Johnny Cage shows up in this wooded forest.
Why the
and-
fuck was he walking through the woods?
Thank you! I didn't know why.
And where were the woods?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't really like set up. There were no details for that fight. He was just walking through the woods, and oh, hey, there's Scorpion.
I think
Yeah.
the director just found, like, a cool spot. And he's like,
Mhm.
yeah, well, whatever.
But
We'll
Scorpion does his infamous get over here. He has this little bird-looking
Yeah.
chain.
Bird snake.
Because
thing.
he didn't know that thing was sentient.
Yeah, I never knew. I just thought it was some sort of chain he threw out, but no, this thing.
Judging by the game.
I think that was just made up for the context of the movie.
Yeah,
In
but-
in all the other games, it's just been a spear.
Mhm.
There's a whole lot more chain than there is room in his arm to come out of.
So it's like Mary Poppins' purse, you're saying?
Yeah,
It just
that's
keeps
exactly.
coming.
I was thinking the
Is
same
that
thing.
not a
Right, yeah.
slang term?
Mary Poppins, that's what.
No, it's not like a push pop.
Oh.
No.
Bring the push pop up again,
Yeah.
huh?
So then, you guys said the trees bled, but I swear the chain thing died when it hit the tree.
Yeah, Drew.
He never had the head. again.
In the games, in the background, the trees bleed.
Okay.
Well, I believe it bled, but he never had the face again the entire
Yeah.
movie.
I was gonna say I didn't know what happened there. If it was the trees, if that was a homage to the game, or if it was just the thing itself died.
I think he lost his chain.
That's a
shooting.
question for Paul Anderson.
Who will
Well,
not answer that because I'm sure he has better things to do.
than to listen to us and answer anything.
Although I would love footage to leak today of, like, a con from a week ago where some guy's like, I have a question about Mortal Kombat. The bird creature, did it die when it hit the tree? And he just goes, fuck you. Get him out of here.
He goes, you know what? I don't need to take this. I'm going home to my wife, Mila Jovovich.
Right. Because I'm winning at life.
I've made like 7 Resident Evil movies. You all can go to hell.
I'm gonna go,
And they suck, but I'm rich.
I'm gonna go
I-
home and pound that multi-pass.
I realize this is backstepping, but did you ever get on the Mario Brothers forums? And,
No, I did not.
No? Oh.
I,
That's too
Would
bad.
have thought you'd be running that shit by now.
There's that one kid out there that's yes!
You probably put a link to our third pod on those forums.
I did. But
It got us one extra
I
hit.
got on there, but I haven't taken it over yet. They frown upon my use of language.
Yeah.
Damn dump got me, kind of.
Can't say dump.
Well, when you're talking to toddlers, then
Nintendo banned you.
Yes.
they probably would.
I'm a hit on their XXX site though.
Oh, yeah?
Gross.
Yes, gross. Anyways, I think it's a decent fight because he gets sucked into like the chaos realm as well and has to fight Scorpion in like hell.
So that was his power, the kick thing.
Well, yeah, Johnny Cage, you see his shadow kick, where when he was
and
kicking...
that's why they went into the underworld.
No, Scorpion has the ability to teleport.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so there was a kick, then a teleport.
Yeah, his kick never really landed.
No, he kind of just falls into the other realm.
So
Greg,
why is this your hero again?
I don't know, I just enjoyed Johnny Cage. I liked his sunglasses.
That was a fine enough fight.
I like it.
What is your second?
Second fight, Johnny Cage versus Goro.
What? That's not a fucking fight. That's doing the splits, punching a dude in the nuts, and then kicking him off a cliff. That isn't a fight.
That's pretty sweet.
It was pretty sweet.
Nobody... God.
In terms of the martial arts used, I'll say, even though you don't consider it a fight, I say Liu Kang versus Katana. In terms of the martial arts that were used,
Liu Kang and Kate.
Is that where they
Katana,
stick the
yes.
sticks in the ground?
No, Katana's the girl, the 10,000.
damn.
those were some of
When they set
the
the
cleanest
sticks in the ground,
choreographed martial arts moves in the movie.
You're talking about the scene where she's dropping
On the beach.
hints.
On the beach, yes.
She trained to tell him how to win.
In terms of the martial arts used in the choreography,
So you would
yes.
put that above the final fight.
No. I'd probably say it's probably third.
In terms of actually doing things?
Yeah, in terms of the actual martial arts that were used.
Fair enough. It's just they do everything very slowly.
Yeah, it's not a fight at all, but in terms of them actually...
It's hard to judge this movie today because shit like The Raid is out
Yeah.
and it totally destroys everything in this movie.
What was the worst fight scene? I mean, we talked about best. What was the worst?
The one flip wonder.
Oh, yeah, at the beginning. Raiden versus Liu Kang.
Yeah. Boom. Over. Oh, wow. Good job.
Yeah, if you call that a fight, that was pretty shitty.
Or the Minion versus Sub-Zero.
Where Jake
When
complained.
he doesn't get fucking frozen, he turns into ceramic.
The other thing that bothered me in this film, so if you ever played the game, if you win a round without being hit, it's a flawless victory.
Yes.
They throw that term around like nothing in this movie. There's people getting hit all the time, and he's like, flawless victory. It's like, no! He got punched in the face like 12 times. That's not flawless. But, I mean, that's just me talking about the game, so...
It was annoying.
It was.
Good game.
Well, okay, I played the Sega Genesis version, the original, so I had all the blood mode. When do you play it on the first time?
Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis.
Ties to Genesis.
My Genesis. Okay, I didn't know if anybody had the Super Nintendo version where there was no blood.
I mean, there was this super religious kid that lived behind me named Marshall that had it on Super Nintendo, but I was always like, nah, fuck that.
I thought it looked better on Genesis anyway.
Well, wasn't it made for Genesis and ported to Super
I thought it was
Nintendo?
made for both, but they had Super Nintendo, like Nintendo made them not have have blood. They're like,
It's for kids. Nintendo.
Yet I can microwave a hamster in Maniac Mansion, and that's...
That's fine.
What?
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 I don't know this game.
I'm sorry.
No.
I guess this wasn't one that I was
Maniac
allowed.
Mansion.
I never played Maniac.
Microwave a
It's
hamster.
a point-and-click game that's a lot of fun.
That was
what?
on Super
What?
Nintendo, wasn't
No, it was on NES.
Oh, totally different.
Yeah, Super Nintendo, they had standards.
That's when they started getting all fancy with their...
That's when
Bullshit.
Yoshi came around.
Oh. Well, okay, I just was curious if anybody played like the Super Nintendo version. But
I
What
played
what
arcade
was
a
the
lot.
last Mortal Kombat to come out?
Mortal Kombat 10.
For
PS,
Xbox One, PS4,
yeah,
and PC.
PS4.
jeez, and
It
nobody
just
played it.
recently
I
came.
played it.
Oh,
I own
who
it.
plays it? I
Nobody
don't.
liked it.
I liked it.
Everybody liked
It could
it.
be Leatherface, dude. It's fucked up.
Say, Craig, how many of the Mortal Kombats have you ever played?
The one that you had on
Just
your
the original?
Sega.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. That's the one.
So
I like the blue guy and the yellow guy, meaning Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
I was gonna say, please tell me you know their names.
Mario
I do
and
know
Luigi.
Mario and Luigi. No,
That's Ermac and Reptile.
It's Wario because he's yellow.
they both shot shit out, so I didn't realize it was a freaking bird face until today.
But
Ice.
I played it in arcade a lot.
I was gonna say, I think here there's the local bar up here in Omaha that's like an arcade style bar that has like Mortal Kombat 3 in it.
Really?
Yeah, I think
They don't have
I didn't know they had 3.
I think they
It's
have
either 2 or 3.
2 or 3. It's in the basement. Yeah.
Oh, I've never been to the basement. That's probably why.
You gotta pay
Really?
to the
I
basement.
thought you liked going to the basement of places.
My basement.
Oh, okay.
Not other people's basements. I get nervous that they might be like me.
Oh.
I like to know where my exits are. The kids are all dead.
Oh, back.
Did you ever just do a fatality on them?
Final.
I mean, only all of them ever.
Oh, okay. Which, before we get into likes and dislikes, I gave not you, Craig. I forgot to tell you about this, but I asked you guys to come up with a fatality you would want if you were in the Mortal Kombat video game. I also came up with one, but
Go ahead.
You going first?
I'll go first.
All right.
So mine is more video game meta. It would be based on like the level you're on and where you're at,
Stage
type of
fatality.
thing. What?
Stage fatality.
Kinda. But my person would pull out something famous from video games. So like he would curl up into a ball, spin really fast, and then just spin right through the person.
That's called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Thank you. So he got the reference.
Are we getting sued?
Probably.
Sorry.
It's
Jonic.
It's
The
Bonic the
Jedge.
porcupine. The porcupine.
Yeah, he looks like a porcupine.
It goes from my point of view. Everything goes 8-bit. All of a sudden, BFG comes up. Shoot him. Shoot the guy.
Yours is a lot more intricate than mine.
Yeah, or reaches off to the side, pull out Mega Man's gun, charge it up, shoot him. Grab a giant hammer out of my pocket, and then have the Mario.
So
theme.
Super Smash Brothers basically is what you want.
Hey, Sonic is in Super Smash.
Yeah, he
Brothers.
is.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
So Super Smash Brothers.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Except it's a finishing move. It would murder them.
Mine's pretty brief. I just have Fran Drescher come out singing Rollin' by Fred Durst and break off a glass dildo in your ass, and that'd be the end of it. She'd just leave you there.
Their head would explode.
Yeah. Or they would just awkwardly shuffle like, oh my god, the pain.
Sounds awful.
Okay, here's
And you want to run because it's Fran Drescher singing Rollin'.
Let's hear your impression of Fran Drescher singing
I
Rollin'.
couldn't even begin to do that. There you go.
Move in, now move out. Hands up, now hands down.
That was pretty great.
That sounded kind of like Peter Griffin.
It's just as horrific as I imagined.
That's great.
Mine is simple. I strap the person down, Clockwork Orange style, and I subject them to watch Spies Like Us until their head explodes.
Ty, you fatality both of us.
Fuck you!
You sick fuck. You're like Hellraiser.
You guys can't tell, but I threw my pen at Drew.
Ty stole my fatality move.
You're twisted. You need to be institutionalized. You can be my roommate. We could smear shit on each other.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Craig, in that amount of time, did you think of one?
What was the question again?
Come up with a fatality. Like, Mortal Kombat.
I think the guys on the ship, the freaking weird ship coming through there, I would do like a Super Nintendo battleship with a submarine that would shoot a torpedo and sink the ship.
Well, the ship has nothing to do with the game.
Yeah.
You just,
But if
It's
you're
in the
on the
movie.
ship, as on like a level.
If you're
Yeah.
fighting the ship.
so you would hop into a submarine and blow it up.
Or the ships on Battleship also had torpedoes and you could shoot them.
Why would a battleship have torpedoes?
Not a battleship, like the destroyers.
Battleships have torpedoes.
Really?
What?
Well, the destroyers definitely did. We're getting way too nerdy now.
You sink my battleship.
You go to Dave & Buster's, they got that whole freaking...
Hey, Dave
Torpedo
and Buster's,
game.
new sponsor.
Yeah, Dave & Buster's.
Probably not after everything we just said.
Alright, likes of this movie. I'll start. It sticks true to the storyline of Mortal Kombat. Liu Kang is the hero. Johnny Cage is a little bit of an incompetent. Like, he thinks he's better than he is.
Arrogant.
Yes. Kano's a dick. Scorpion and Sub-Zero, though. Like, Scorpion gives a good fight, but Sub-Zero, that was a lame ending to him. I was just disappointed you don't see much of Raiden. But I think, judging by the fact, which I didn't know this, I never watched it, the beginning tells you a story in the actual game. I think for a video game movie based off just a Mortal Kombat tournament, the storyline holds up pretty well.
I think it's pretty accurate to the game, somewhat.
Somewhat.
There are faults, but the essence of what the game was, especially back in the 90s.
Better or worse than what Super Mario Brothers captures?
Oh, God, yes. Leaps and bounds better.
Mm-hmm. It stuck true to what it was.
I mean, Mario wasn't grounded in this dimension. It made no fucking sense, period.
Like, hey,
whereas this one kind of follows like the basic story. I mean,
You're gonna fight, somebody's gonna die.
Yeah, there isn't much of a story to Mortal Kombat. It'd be like making a movie on... What was that other fucking 90s fighting game?
Street
Fighter.
Not Street Fighter.
Primal Instinct?
Primal Instinct,
I was gonna say Tekken, but...
Or Primal Instinct. Primal Rage.
Rage.
I fused Killer Instinct and Primal Rage together to create my own new game, Primal Instinct.
To be sued by both parties.
Yes!
But yeah, if you were to make a movie based on that game, it would also be... I think they did about as good as they could have done.
Mm-hmm. I think in the 90s they were very limited in terms of the actual story they could come up with. Since then, the story and the world has been expanded on by like tenfold.
I have to admit, as a kid, I absolutely love this movie.
How about
I would watch it all the time.
how would you feel now after rewatching it?
It's not a good movie, but it is a very guilty pleasure.
Yes.
I was ashamed enjoying it. But, I don't know, it's still good. I think it isn't great at all, but I don't know, there's nostalgia behind my view of it, so it's biased.
Craig, what was something you liked? This was your first time viewing. You had never seen this before, at least that you remembered. So, us three have seen this. What was something you liked or enjoyed?
Well, I liked some of the appearances of some of the game people, like Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Okay. So you're saying like how they used them correctly.
Yeah. Other than that, it was kind of hard to follow because I didn't follow the story in the game, but...
Which
There's not a lot to follow, really.
Yeah, but it gets a lot more complicated. But if you don't know the characters, you can be lost.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know who that is. Who's that? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
It's very A, B, C, over.
When you really don't, like, there's really not much, like, character build up or depth or any of that. You get a glimpse of what they were, like,
or who each person is.
Yeah, you get a scene where Johnny Cage is fighting on a movie set, and you get that little scene where Sonya's finding Kano in that club,
in that metal club.
Yeah,
the personalities are all like super exaggerated. Like every other line out of Johnny Cage's mouth is like something like snarky.
Yeah,
it's like supposed to be the wise ass, and the only one that didn't kind of fit was Liu Kang. Was kind of a douchebag for no reason.
Yeah, like at the beginning of the movie, and then he's just like, "Oh, okay, we're in the tournament. It's time to be serious, I guess now."
Yeah, and then he learns everything, and Raiden's like, "There's nothing left for me to teach."
He's enlightened.
That was something though. You just said the metal cage. I feel like that was like 10 years before its time with like Mad Max.
You're saying the metal bar?
Yeah, the metal bar.
You think that was before its time? I thought that was total 90s.
Oh, well, it felt like 90s. Then Mad Max is after.
They had 45-inch televisions.
Like I said, it reminded me of that scene from Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Where he goes to meet that researcher or whatever, and it's a concert venue where Cannibal Corpse, the band, is playing, and there's all those metalheads and stuff like that.
That's another pro. This soundtrack is pretty good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was gonna say, when you hear that, the Mortal Kombat song needs to be in this more. It's only in there twice. Once, right?
No, it's in there more than twice.
I only remember it at the very beginning.
So you want an hour and 40 minutes of
just
Mortal
nonstop.
Kombat.
No, I'll tell you, it's in there at least 3 times. It's at the beginning, it's when those minion guys show up.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the end when he fights Shang Tsung.
But still, 3 times? And it's the main... Like, I'm not saying it has to be in every fight.
Yeah, it has to be in every scene.
It pretty much has to.
I don't know, I think 3 times, that's quite a bit.
I was going to say, I mean, we could go back to Mystery Man. I thought Smash Mouth was in there a lot more, and it was only in there, twice?
Yeah.
But, yeah, that song, though, that song just gets me pumped.
I love Smash Mouth.
If you hadn't played laser tag anywhere in the state in the 90s, that fucking song was on while you played laser tag. And it was awesome.
I think that gave me a love for techno.
Nice.
Are you a big techno guy?
No, but that song.
That's what the dead mouse ears are for?
Yeah, I guess I have dead mouse.
That's what that Skrillex hair is?
Oh, I see it.
They can't see him, so we could just paint him however horrifically we want to do it.
Freaking nose ring.
You're disgusting.
Oh, coming from the guy with Justin Bieber tattooed on his face.
Yep, that's totally me.
When did that happen?
The other night when he went to the concert down at PBA.
And you both
Put
get
my
way
dick
more
on his
than me.
pillow.
Oh, so you went back to the hotel room with him is what you're saying.
Well, I backed myself into a corner here. Confession time.
No, that's Usher.
Usher.
Yeah, Usher does that song Confessions.
Oh,
I have to
of
translate
course.
everything he says.
Because I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
he's talking
yeah.
about. You might as well be speaking Spanish.
Okay?
Okay?
No, K,
Yeah,
like
I know.
Spanish.
I understand. I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of understanding what he said.
So what's something we disliked in this film?
The acting sucks.
That
The
was
acting
quick.
is fucking... The acting is bad. Holy
Christopher
shit.
Lambert
Yeah,
shows
Christopher
up
Lambert is amazing.
Lambert's great. Lambert gets a pass for everything he ever does because he's fucking Christopher Lambert.
That was
Everybody
great.
else, though, could be fucking replaced by anybody.
Lyndon Ashby didn't want to come back for the second one.
Can you fucking blame him? He was probably like, I had a career. I wanted to be like an actual actor, and I'm in fucking Mortal Kombat, where I punch a four-armed monster in the nuts.
Just a free paycheck. At least Bridget Wilson went on to go do some other shit.
Was she in the second one?
No. She was not.
She wasn't? Who played Sonya Blade in the second one?
I don't remember her name, but she was...
Some other poor, unfortunate soul.
There were only 2 people who came back for the second one.
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang and Katana.
Never punch a guy in the nuts.
Yeah.
Never.
Dude, this is Mortal Kombat. Anything
Yeah,
That's
goes.
the worst.
But you're fighting for your life. This isn't like
I
a
don't
back
care.
back alley brawl where you're
Honorable death or punch a guy in the nuts.
I would punch a guy in the
fighting.
nuts.
If it was going to kill me,
You're
I'd punch
all
a guy
going
in the
to hell.
nuts.
Or whatever Mortal Kombat hell is.
Being Shang Tsung.
Being in Mortal Kombat.
Outworld.
I'd be alright with that.
Being in Outworld?
Yeah, whatever.
Or being inside Shang Tsung?
Being inside him?
Well, he takes your soul.
Oh.
not the
I know where you're steering this.
not in the biblical way.
Alrighty then.
Drew, anything else you besides acting?
I like what Craig said. The lighting was
Thank
bad.
you! Yes!
A lot of the scenes were very dark. Shit, like most of the actors could have carried torches. That would have improved the situation.
Yep.
But I mean, I get it. Like
They were trying to send ambiance.
No.
Yeah, I get it. I think it could have been not that they could have held torches, but like the scene or the set could have been exposed better.
Mm-hmm.
The CG's dog shit.
Oh God.
I mean, well, what do you expect for like the '90s? You know, how are you expecting
Something
Lambert to
else.
show up with
You know-
lightning fashion?
You know what I honestly expect? I expect more practical effects, which is what they did at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just build a big set.
And
Like
I
Yoda.
think a lot of smarter directors knew that the CG that they had at the time was dog shit. And so, in order to get those practical effects, made the movie better.
Yeah. Yeah. They also, I don't think, after the failure of Super Mario Brothers and Street Fighter and Double Dragon, which they spent nothing on Double Dragon, but I think studios were not wanting to put as much money into it until they saw an actual success.
And then Uwe Boll saved the day.
Uwe Boll did not touch this movie, thank God.
This might have inspired him to be like, I could make a video game movie.
Probably did.
To make House of the Dead. Academy Award nominee? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Do not watch that movie.
Blood Rain, Alone in the Dark.
Postal.
That's not a video game movie.
Yeah.
What?
Postal?
Yeah, he made Postal.
That's not a video game movie.
Postal's a video game.
What?
Yeah. You never heard of Postal?
No.
You throw the papers at them.
Yes.
Paperboy.
No, Postal is like you can ram cats' asses onto the ends of shotguns, and it's just a fucked up game.
Wow,
Yeah.
I like mine
It's an
better.
old
What?
FPS.
For
Yeah.
real?
Yeah. You never heard of Postal?
No, dude.
It's fucked up. It's one of those games where people rally around it to be like, there are too much violence in video games.
What was crazy
No
about that,
shit.
though,
Really?
is people rallying about it, ranting and raving, made it a bigger thing than it ever would have been, because it isn't really a great game.
No.
I own it, but it came in a bundle.
E.T.
Ah, you learn something new every day. I swear to God, I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Far Cry, he
It's on
also made a
Steam.
movie of Far Cry.
You probably get it for $2.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, but...
Don't do it, but hey, you can do it.
Things I didn't like was, oh yeah, I said it already. From the beginning. And now I'm blanking. What did I say at the beginning?
I don't know. Continuity was a problem.
Yes.
At the very end of the movie, you hear 3 punch sounds, and Liu Kang, of course, has 2 arms. Well, I guess there's Goro, so if you go into this, you'd be like, well, maybe Liu Kang has 3 fucking arms. He has 2 fucking arms, and there's a 3rd punch sound, and I don't know, that's just a minor thing. So, some of the mouths are off.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know
think
that
a lot
was
of it
true.
was-
I didn't
It
know
could
that.
be the stream.
I was going to say, I think it was a stream.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't look like they were speaking Japanese. They just were behind.
I do think that Chan's scream in the beginning was dubbed in.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Terribly great.
The graphics and sets were horrible.
I don't think the sets were bad.
I think they were
Most of it was a beach
I think
or a volcano.
I think a lot of the negativity comes from CGI that was added onto the set to make it look bigger than it actually was.
Yeah.
And that didn't look great, but I think the set actually looked okay.
Like the like Jake said, like the banquet halls and the I think the fight between Cage and Scorpion looked pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that would, like when they went to the Nether Realm, it looked like they just took the Nirvana Teen Spirit set and just used that and just threw skulls and bones everywhere.
What are you talking about, the gymnasium?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the same lighting, they had a scaffolding there, and then they just, yeah.
I didn't hate the sets.
Yeah.
I'd rather have sets like this movie than all the CG stuff we have now.
Yep.
Where you're looking at it and you could just tell that
It's
it's
big,
a
it's
terrible.
computer.
There were better sets than Star Trek for less money.
They should have had one fight on Star Trek.
Yeah.
Picard just like, what the hell?
Well, it could have been original series.
Another con, pacing.
Oh.
There's a part. Let's talk about the Goro fight. So Johnny Cage fights Goro and has the great line, "Those are $500 sunglasses, asshole." And he hits him off a cliff, and it cuts to Shang Tsung kidnapping Sonya as if he knew that Goro was already fucked.
Yeah.
He was gonna die, and he just jumps in Go-Gurt and goes down a tunnel to Outworld. And you're like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah,
like
he just skips to the last fight.
it's like a surprise climax.
Well, in
like there's no real build up. It's just
Hate it when that.
yeah. I love a surprise climax.
Jake's a little premature.
Bieber, I just got it out of my pants and I've already shotgunned all over the bed.
Well, the thing about that fight too was like Goro like was so hyped up like the whole movie, and then like even they even had a scene where Raiden's like, well, I don't know if anybody here can beat Goro and stuff like that, and then Johnny Cage says he wants to go fight him.
Well, he does say someone can beat him. You just have to face your weakness.
Yeah, But regardless, there was this build up
Mm-hmm.
for this fight, and it lasts like less than 2-3 minutes.
Plus, how did he face his weakness?
That he was arrogant. That was his weakness.
He was still arrogant. He went into the fight like, bring it on, motherfucker.
Tell me, how did Raiden actually help?
He didn't.
He didn't.
Thank you.
He gave a lot of empty whatever
Words.
He sounded really cool.
He's a fortune cookie, basically.
Yeah.
He throws out
Raiden the
gibberish that
fortune
doesn't
cookie.
mean anything, and then if it actually comes true, they're like, I
Well,
fucking
yeah,
told
like
you that.
he tells Johnny Cage he's too arrogant. Then Johnny says he wants to fight Goro to Shang Tsung, and he's like,
Which is arrogance,
Yeah.
is it not?
But then he's like, you said we're mortals, and this is our tournament, so I'm doing it. And then he's like, someone's finally learned. It's like, what did he learn? He learned nothing.
To be fair, I think like when as soon as he hit him in the he was more he strategized a lot more. He didn't just jump into the fight like. He went for his nuts right away and then changed the location of the fight immediately. And then when Goro came out, he surprised him. And then basically that ultimately led him to win the fight.
So you're saying he was less arrogant because he seemed to plan it out better?
Yes. He didn't just jump in and was like, okay, I'm going to fight you.
Fair enough.
I will say it was funny when he did Johnny Cage's signature split punch from the game, and then he like runs up on the hill and he's like, ah, damn, like shaking out his hand. It's like, what, Goro have like nuts of steel? Or?
Dick of steel.
Goro's another con.
Oh,
He
right.
looks kind of like garbage. I appreciate that they actually made a giant fucking puppet, but you can tell there's complications with making a giant fucking puppet because the motherfucker doesn't walk.
It looks like...
It's all waist up.
He fell back that one time.
It's all waist up shots, and it's all puppet arms moving, and
He looked like an aborted Jim Henson Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shell.
I actually liked him.
with a splash.
You liked Goro?
Yeah.
Tony Little.
He was something interesting in a whole lot of...
Regular humans.
Yeah, there you go.
Something different.
I may
than
be
that.
the outlier, I understand, but...
I would probably agree with that.
Thank you.
That you're the outlier.
Also,
thank you.
also, Goro saying, I saw Liu Kang in the hall, and he doesn't look that threatening. There's no scene where Liu Kang is like, I just saw a fucking four-armed monster in the hallway that nobody knew about.
Thing is, like, I like... Going back to a like/dislike, is you had a lot of the characters had their signature moves. You saw the shadow kick by Johnny Cage, along with his finisher, where it shows his autograph or whatever, and his nut punch. You had Liu Kang's bicycle kick, along with his fire blast. You had Scorpion's hand get over here,
Teleport.
his teleport,
His fatality move.
breathing the fire, which didn't work, but Sub-Zero's, he freezes a guy in midair. But that's pretty much all Sub-Zero does, is freeze people. But you didn't have Sonya's Fire Blast. And the one I wanted to see, Kano ripping the heart out of someone.
His
Yes.
fatality.
Yeah.
You did have Sonya's like scissor kick.
Yep.
Or her grapple. Or
Sonya likes the
scissor
scissor?
grapple.
No, Sonya does not.
Oh,
She's with Johnny. Yeah.
Which I also want to say con. Bridget Wilson's fighting.
Oh gosh. She did all of her own stunts, according
I
to
bet.
the director.
I'm
looked
sure.
like it.
Yeah, it looked like it. It was terrible.
that's not a good thing.
Oh, she was bad. She was very bad.
You're just like, how did she possibly win this fight?
She shouldn't have.
No.
Kano was terrible, like, as a fighter. Like, I didn't mind Kano in the games, but, yeah, he was terrible in this movie.
That eye looked like shit, too.
That
Other
I
con.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like the tin from a pop can, maybe?
The other
With a
unbelievable
little red.
thing was Bridget Wilson holding that shotgun at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
That thing was, like, the size of her.
The recoil that would have snapped her at the core.
And a friggin' flashlight.
Oh, man. Alright. So I said this movie came out in 95.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of want to go through some things that were happening in 95 when this film came out.
Woo!
So
I was 6.
Waterworld came out.
Great.
Usual Suspects also came out.
Nice.
That movie you watched on your phone today?
Yeah.
You sick fuck.
Dangerous Minds which is more with Michelle Pfeiffer, which is more famous for Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise.
Yeah, I had that. I had the single.
My brother had the CD. So.
My mom won't let me buy the CD.
CDs existed?
Yes, CDs exist. They existed in the 80s, Craig.
Yeah, this is kind
She
of
literally had to go out and find the Dangerous Minds single.
Because she would rather do that than get you a Coolio album?
Yeah, she didn't want me to get the Coolio album because of
that makes
parental
sense.
explicit
advisory.
lyrics.
Yeah.
Hugh Grant got arrested for picking up a prostitute.
Nice.
He cheated on Elizabeth Hurley, the fucking
What
idiot.
an idiot!
Yep.
Elizabeth Hurley, famous for Austin Powers, the first one.
Bedazzled.
Yeah, bedazzled.
Fucking Brendan Fraser.
Whatever happened to Brendan Fraser?
He's dead.
He might as well be.
He did Journey to the Center of the Earth and then disappeared.
Like he rightfully should.
No, that's not true. He did. Nah, when was The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor?
I think it came out after or before
Or Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Did
Because
anybody
I think
watch
Journey
that
was.
movie?
I didn't.
I-
It's on my Plex.
I think Journey was 09.
It's on your Plex.
It is.
I think
Yeah.
Journey was 09 and Tomb was 07.
Interesting.
Singled Out, that dating show on MTV started.
Chris Hardwick?
Yeah, and Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy.
The Real World also started.
Ugh.
Then Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah, this is my jam. I'll watch that shit.
Interesting times.
Some number one hits from that year. Bryan Adams, Have You Ever Really Loved a Woman?
Oh, Jesus.
Have you, Ty?
Very nice.
I don't know if I don't think I can say I have.
Only Men?
Yeah.
No, I have not loved a man.
He hasn't found the right one yet.
Craig, shut it. TLC Waterfalls.
Oh, man.
Seal, Kiss from a Rose.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Jagged Little Pill came out for Alanis Morissette.
Holy shit.
That make you feel old? That was over 21 years ago.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't
that
know that
album
one.
was
Can
fucking
we,
huge.
can we hear that one? I don't know that one.
That's just her album. It had like You Ought Know.
Okay, we'll cut it in.
Ironic.
Ironic, which is not ironic. You Are Not Alone by Michael Jackson. And what famous dance craze also started?
Macarena.
Yes.
Oh, God. Macarena.
Brad Pitt was the sexiest man alive. Match.com started in 95.
No shit.
Yeah, Match.com.
On Netscape Navigator.
No kidding.
AOL, you had to
Yeah.
get the little things for like 23 hours of AOL.
All those
That
discs.
dial-up. It's a picture of a penis.
Kids today will never know that noise.
No, they
The
won't.
noise that haunted our dreams.
Yeah.
And got my mom to kick me off the damn computer.
I can see a nipple. And then it's really just a pepperoni on a counter. And you're like, motherfucking internet.
I spent 30 minutes downloading this image.
What the
I
hell?
masturbated to a pepperoni.
You guys had the craziest experience.
Coming from a guy who went on whitehouse.com at school.
Yeah, whitehouse.com.
That's
I know.
not a White House website.
It should be. They should have taken care of that. That's
I
what
did
the
that
government's for.
I did it in front of the teacher, too.
You get
And
caught.
she's like, you care to explain yourself? I'm like, there's nothing I could say right now to possibly convince you that I've been fucked over by my friends. So send me the principal.
And thus started the downward spiral.
And here I am.
The principal was actually pretty cool about it.
He's like, it's okay, bro. I visit that website
Yeah,
too.
he probably closed it before he came in the room.
He said something about, we've had this problem before, and he's like, just go back to class. Tell her I did something really mean. I'm like, alright.
It would have been a very common misconception for a 4th or 5th grader. You're like, I need to go to White House website.
Right.
.com.
Well, it didn't help that I was...
That's all they ever said was type in your thing.
It didn't help that I was giggling while it was on the screen.
That probably didn't help, but you came out okay, I hear.
I've been like, no. Oh no, it froze.
That teacher did not know what the fuck to do. She's just like, I have to reprimand you somehow, but I don't know how to go about doing this. So just get out of here.
What's the volume on?
I don't think so. I don't think we had volume control.
Hmm.
Unless we were playing Number Munchers that day. Or Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Oh, Oregon Trail's the best.
Numbers munchers.
An Amazon
Numbers
Trail.
munchers?
An Amazon Trail, you got to fish for this shit.
There was an Amazon Trail?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
You had
may be
to,
the
like,
only
spear
person.
fish.
That ever played it?
No, because I found it from somebody else.
There's Yukon Trail. There's all
You
sorts
could learn
of
all
shit.
kinds of history from games back then. Now you just kill.
All I learned from
things.
Oregon Trail was my person was going to die of dysentery within the first
Everybody
week.
dies.
All
of
I learned from
dysentery.
games now is how many 11-year-olds have fucked my mom.
Quite a few.
A lot, yeah.
All of them, actually.
It would appear all of them.
Pogs.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
I had pogs.
Yeah, I did too.
You had to explain what the
fuck
fuck
is
they were
that?
actually meant for.
Yeah,
back.
for the younger listeners, maybe you want to explain what Pogs are.
So
Ty?
they were.
For any listener.
They're pointless.
They are pointless.
Waste of
So
money. Is
they
what
were
they are.
a little like $50 size, which a $50 is in actual currency. It's bigger than a quarter.
In what country?
America.
How fucking stupid do you think these kids are?
How
Oh,
many
that-
kids deal with a
Kids are
$50?
stupid.
You just
Point
alienated like
Point take.
50%
No,
of your...
they're stupid.
Oh, there's
So-
no kids listening to this
About,
show.
I hope not.
No.
A $50
I bet
size
10% of your people are kids.
cardboard piece that had like a design on it. Sometimes it'd be NFL logos. Sometimes it'd just be a random design.
Static Shock.
And you had like you just collected them, and like there were certain sets you could get, and then there was like a slammer, which was a thick
Yep.
metal pog. It was thicker, but about the same size. And I think if I remember right, the whole point was to try and slam.
You slam the stack, and then you wanted them to flip over, and when they
Mhm.
flipped over, then they were yours.
Yeah, you got points, and then like so you could get new peoples if you were playing against them, and you played that way.
We trade them and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of like Pokemon.
it was a fun hobby
Yeah.
while it lasted.
Kind of like Pokemon, but even more pointless.
And
At
you
least
can't catch
Pokemon
'em all.
had a game to it. Yeah.
And animals.
Sports. I'm only bringing this up because two of my teams are on it.
Oh, yeah.
Bulls won the NBA championship.
Huskers!
No, the Rockets won.
Oh yeah, you're right.
'Cause this was-
you're right.
This
you're
was Jordan had been back for like 3 weeks, and then they lost in the playoffs.
right. They got beat by the Magic.
And then who got swept by the Rockets?
Yep.
Then Braves won the MLB title. Niners won the Super Bowl, and Nebraska won the NCAA
Thank
championship.
you!
So, woo, Huskers! Go
I was
ahead.
too young to appreciate it.
Great.
Yeah.
What? Not Huskers?
Just
Oh.
like yay, sports ball.
You
Yeah.
don't care about You don't have to like sports to like the Huskers. Jesus.
You kind of do. Christopher Reeves was paralyzed. He fell off his horse and became paralyzed.
Superman?
Superman my
Yeah.
ass.
Aw,
Wow.
too
That
soon.
was dark.
Wow, that was
I
very
like
dark.
it.
I hate Superman, dude. What do you want?
But it's not his fault. It's 'cause there's some kryptonite.
Kryptonite?
Kryptonite. It's like Vegemite, but kryptonite. But,
autistic
but green.
kids.
Vitamin
Wow.
and Benjamin.
Stay away from that Kryptonite!
So,
I want that Superman movie.
Mortal Kombat ended up being the 22nd movie that year, highest grossing.
What?
You would never guess the top 3.
Titanic.
Waterworld.
No,
Titanic.
Titanic.
Hold on,
Titanic was,
95.
Titanic was 2 years later.
The one was a DC character,
Nope.
one was a historical event, and the other one was a Disney film.
Batman
Braveheart.
Forever.
Batman Forever was number 2.
Braveheart.
A Disney
Braveheart,
film,
no.
you said?
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast?
Nope.
Did that already come out?
That already
Wait,
came
Yeah,
out.
what
that
else
was
did you say?
One of them was a
A
Disney,
Disney
movie,
movie.
and the other one was a historical event.
Aladdin?
Nope.
Lion King.
Nope.
What the fuck?
It is probably
Mulan.
no. It is probably the most famous in a sense that it started a new company for Disney.
Oh, Toy Story.
Yep.
God.
And the other one starred Tom Hanks. It's a historical
Forrest
event.
Gump.
No, like a true historical event. Forrest Gump just.
Oh,
saw
I got it. Fuck, the war movie.
Nope. Ron Howard directed.
Ron Howard.
Kevin Bacon.
Okay, it's a war movie.
Tom Hanks. Kevin Bacon.
Not Castaway.
What?
Apollo 13.
Oh, I never saw.
I never saw that.
You never saw?
What?
Oh
What?
my god.
What?
Okay, you've never seen Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, you've never seen.
I'm sorry, Apollo 13 goes to the moon. Where does Pulp Fiction go?
They actually
Everywhere.
don't go to the moon. That's the whole point.
They go around the moon.
It goes everywhere but the moon.
Yeah,
Pocahontas
that's
was
the
4th. Ace Ventura 2 was 5th. GoldenEye 6th. Jumanji 7th. Casper 8th. 7, 9.
Wait. The second Ace Ventura beat out Jumanji.
And Casper.
I find that hard to believe, man.
That seems pretty crazy.
That's nuts.
And Die Hard 3 was 10th.
Oh, with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually a good one.
I love Die Hard 3.
But yeah, so that was the top 10
Were you
1995 for gross.
masturbating while you watched it?
I did, yeah. Had Samuel L. Jackson in it. Yeah,
I was gonna
What
say,
the fuck, dude?
I was gonna say that Jeremy Irons scene where they get interrupted or what?
Yeah, all of it.
You were in the theater like,
The whole thing.
secret word!
Yeah, Paul Rubens was sitting next to me. We're high-fiving each other.
Jeez.
and Fred Willard was in the row behind you, like licking your earlobe.
Oh.
I'm old and I did the same thing, but I get away with it for some reason.
And then I get to have a co-starring role in Wall-E.
Robots.
All right. Well.
More trivia?
No.
Kiddo shot himself
Yeah,
in the
trivia
face.
is fun.
Oh.
I had something.
Okay.
Oh,
I
crap.
wanted to ask you guys what your favorite Mortal Kombat game was.
Like
First
which
one.
of the played?
Yeah.
As I say, the last one I played, I think, was versus DC, and that was a terrible game. Like it wasn't a terrible game.
Say that one's your favorite one.
No,
leave.
it's not my favorite. It just was sucked that there were no like true fatalities.
Mhm.
I would have to say maybe Armageddon or Apocalypse, whatever one that was. It was like the last one on Xbox.
Oh,
I think it was Armageddon. It wasn't Deception, was it?
No, Deception was before it, which I played that one as well, and Deadly Alliance.
I had Deception. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had Deception.
One is my favorite because I just grew up playing it, but I did actually really like the newest one.
MK10.
Yep. I feel the characters added were pretty good. You could be Leatherface and Jason and.
As I say, Armageddon, it was nice because it had every character that they had had up to that point, and even dead Liu Kang. Like I guess on this, I think what was it, Deadly Alliance or Deception that they killed Liu Kang?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I want to say it was. I know they had Dead Liu Kang in Deception. They might have killed him off in Deadly Alliance. I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Deadly Alliance. I had that one too.
Yeah, they kill him off. Yeah, so I would say Armageddon for me.
Who was your pick usually when you
Yeah,
played?
who's your main?
I wasn't lying. Johnny Cage.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I was Scorpion.
Fireball.
What was your favorite, Craig?
I played with Ty.
So
Now it's
the
like
first
either
one.
Scorpion or Sub-Zero. Just because I thought they were cool.
I've played all of the Mortal Kombat games, including Shaolin Monks, which was a while ago. But my favorite of all time is MK9. I love the fluidity of the combat system. And
Which that was the one that they first came back with for the 360 or whatever, and it was just titled Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It had Sub-Zero and Scorpion on the front.
Did you guys play Injustice?
No.
I
Sure.
did, yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. I think MK9 was better,
I loved Injustice.
but my mains were Sub-Zero and Ermac.
Why Ermac?
Dude, Ermac is the shit in MK9. I will fuck you up.
Smoke is broken. If you pick Smoke, you're a
Or-
cheap fucking douchebag.
Okay, I was just gonna say, you know.
You can beat Smoke.
You can, but if you're inexperienced, he's a fucking asshole character to pick. And if you're in an arcade, 9 times out of 10, the motherfucker picks Smoke. And then he's like, you can block that, right? You punch him in the fucking face, and you slam his head against the air hockey table. And you take his Chuck E. Cheese tickets and you fucking throw him in the toilet.
Holy
you say, that's
crap.
your future, fucker.
Why don't you just take him and buy something?
Because he only had like 20, and it's like 50 million to get a fucking teddy bear.
This was Jake's 9th birthday party.
Yeah, it was.
Kidding.
This was
Nine.
my 24th
I was
birthday
gonna say this
party.
was his last year.
Do they let 24-year-olds into Chuck E. Cheese?
Not anymore.
If you ever
If
kid.
you pay enough.
They let you drink beer at Chuck E. Cheese.
I know. Their pizza terrible.
I drank a pitcher in the ball pit.
At the same time.
Yes, this is nice.
We're cutting that line. But I'm leaving the laughter.
Really?
Yeah,
You did that to yourself.
I did. I'm not
Indeed.
blaming anyone else.
Oh.
What's your next note, Tyrell?
Well, that was. I was done with 1995. It was a good year, I think. So.
You have any facts?
From this film, not really. It was followed up by a terrible Mortal Kombat Annihilation that no one should see.
Never saw
Pretend that movie never exists, because if you think the CG is bad in this film, wait till you see that damn film. Oh,
I won't.
The clips I've seen, it literally looks like a porno.
it.
Oh, that would make it better.
Ugh.
You don't need
didn't mention-
TG for a porn.
You didn't mention the Brandon Lee thing.
Oh, I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, Cameron Diaz was looked for Sonya. Brandon Lee was looked for Johnny Cage, but unfortunately he had died before
You haven't seen The Crow?
filming.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the
Don't
Crow.
watch it. We'll do it for the show.
Really?
Crow
Yes.
is amazing.
The Crow is one of my favorite 90s
Sweet
movies.
dude, I'm stoked. I want to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Coming up in the future, The Crow for sure.
So that's your pick?
I won't be here.
That's not my next pick.
But it's amazing. None of the sequels are any good, but The Crow itself is pretty damn
You don't
good.
like little Eddie Furlong?
As
The Crow?
No.
And Tara Reid, I believe?
Oh, God.
I think Kirsten Dunst even shows up in one of them.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Actually, I think that's the one she's in. Is the one with Edward Furlong.
Oh, I thought Tara Reid was in it.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh man, did her
Kirsten
career.
Dunst would be so happy to hear herself compared to Tara Reid.
Tara Reid. Is there another woman whose career just fell off the face of the earth?
Mortal Kombat trivia. The guy that played Kango. Let's talk about him.
All I know is what you told me. I know he was on Jag. I know he also appeared in the first Pirates of the Caribbean before his quote-unquote accident.
Basically, he pretended to have an Australian accent for his entire career, and then it was revealed that he wasn't actually Australian, that it was an act, and then his work dried up, I guess. Did it actually dry up, or he had a fear that that would happen,
I think it was more of a fear.
and he ended up taking his own life, which is unfortunate.
Which an ironic twist. He hired Bridget Wilson to come kill him.
Oh?
Yeah, by snapping his neck.
I don't think that's what happened, but
Oh,
I don't know. I wasn't there.
that's what I like to envision in my dreams.
I thought he shot himself.
I think that's what I heard too. But yeah, everybody else I think is still alive from this film though.
Their careers aren't.
No one's career. But none of them really had a career.
Christopher Lambert.
He did not have much. It wasn't like Highlander was a mate. Like, not.
Highlander's a cult classic.
Yes, but it isn't like it shot him into superstardom. It just made him more
He was a
known.
name in
Yeah.
the 90s.
I would say arguably the two people that are most famous in the movie are Bridget Wilson and Christopher Lambert.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liu Kang never really...
George Takei.
George Takei's not in this movie.
Hello.
Craig kept thinking that Shao Kahn was
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung, sorry,
Shane,
was
George
Takei.
Takei is easier to say.
Yeah, he had like 3 fucking names.
Thank
But
you.
all right, going to our entertainment scale because I have nothing else. Do you, any of you guys?
Yes.
All right, I'll start. So my entertainment. This isn't as good as I remember. It had been 10 plus years since I'd seen this film. I had watched the second one just the other day, and that movie is pretty much just a level above a softcore porn. It's terrible. They replaced the whole cast. The storyline makes no sense. Graphics are terrible. It's a god-awful movie. But this is like a video game movie done right. There could have been a little more character development. There could have been a little bit more of a plot. But it knew what it was. It's like, hey, we're just going to have a bunch of people fighting, and we're going to get out of here in an hour and 40 minutes. Everyone's going to be happy. We're going to play that Mortal Kombat song, get people pumped. Done. So, it did what it's supposed to do. I'm giving it a 7.5.
Entertainment-wise, I'm going to give it a 6. It is a classic to me, just because it was such a big part of my childhood. It isn't by any means a great movie, but I think it's one of those special movies where they knew the target audience perfectly, that it was younger, and that they could skimp on certain things to still get people in there to see it, but not, they weren't making Citizen Kane, clearly. Like, that was never their intention. But I think the fighting's all right. I think the phone clicking on the tables...
Over the top.
Over the top, yeah. No, I think the fighting's okay, even though there's some scenes that are a little, whatever. The acting's not great, but you're not really here for acting. You want to see Mortal Kombat, and I think you get Mortal Kombat, basically. You don't get the graphicness, but you get pretty much everything else. And I think the nods are enough to make it still a worthwhile movie.
I think there's only one person who bleeds in this movie. And that's
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Oh, two. So Shang Tsung and Scorpion.
Yeah. And Shang Tsung barely blood.
Yeah, he just out of his lip, yeah.
Little drizzle.
You fool.
But I'd say 6 overall.
I think there's things that this movie does well, and I think there are things this movie doesn't do well. In all actuality, I think the movie grasped the essence of this universe. I think it's done it better than pretty much any other video game franchise adapted to film has ever done. I will say that with the exception of Warcraft. I think this is probably the second best video game movie ever made, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
Based on the technology and stuff directors have at their disposal today. But I really think like I said, it captures the essence. It does what you want. Like Jake said, you show up for Mortal Kombat, you get Mortal Kombat. The characters are done right. And yeah, the soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack's awesome. Bunch of songs from Stabbing Westward, Fear Factory. What were some of the other ones?
KMFDM.
KMFDM. Yep. It's a cool soundtrack. And in terms of entertainment, though, I give it. I'd probably say a 6.8.
Craig. So for a first time viewer, what's your rating?
Well, I gotta say, I'm probably the odd man out here, but as someone that was a player of the game, but not a huge fan of the game, I gotta give it somewhere around the 4 to 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
Craig making enemies.
I apologize. I know I'm coming in here and sticking it in the balls, but
stick this in our balls.
No, sticking the movie
but
in his balls.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It just if you come in here and don't have the background knowledge of the games, you won't know what the hell's going on. And if you do have the background knowledge of the games, maybe you'll like it just for the nostalgia, feature. But other than that, I don't see a whole lot here except for, a couple of faces you might recognize. But yeah, the graphics, the lighting, the budget were all terrible. I wish I could have started on a positive note. I'm kind of a positive guy, but this, I just can't give it more than it's due in my mind.
So you said 4.5?
Pretty much a 4.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give it a 4.5. If you love the games, if you absolutely love the games and have nothing else to do in a night, then I would give it a 6.5, as in just watch it. But as far as all movies go, don't do it. Don't do it.
All right. So next week is Jake's pick, and we've been waiting on this film for a while.
Heavily requested.
So
we're going to do Event Horizon.
Oh, crap.
Same director. So Paul W.S. Anderson.
He got better.
Yeah, he did. And then he went off a cliff with Resident Evil.
Then he stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah. But yes, Event Horizon, that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Again, this will only been the second time I've seen it, so maybe I'll catch more than I did the first time.
You only saw it one time?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Never seen it.
And Drew hasn't ever seen it. So.
You've never seen Event, right?
I started it and then I was too tired, so I fell asleep.
See, I'd have more to say about that.
But, yeah, so that'll be next week. Want to thank Craig for showing up this week. It was fun trying to have somebody new. It
was interesting. I didn't pick the movie, but it was interesting.
Then we have that next week. We're an update with the iTunes / downloading of the podcast. We still only have 3 up there. We have a limited amount of space we can to upload.
Yeah, there'll be more out July 1st.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
So, we do have our Facebook page up for the most part. Still, so you can find it on Facebook if you search TJD Movie Reviews. You can find it. Like the page there.
We'll be sharing the links to everything on there.
Yep. You can find the website on there.
And we did talk about video games during this podcast.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll plug my video game podcast, Friendly Fire Gaming.
You're so apprehensive at first.
put the link in the description.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening this week. Event Horizon next week. From everyone here at TJD Movie Reviews.
Who are you?
I'm Ty.
Jake.
And I'm Drew.
And guest Craig.
Have a good week.